The story opens inside what appears to be an ordinary printing facility. Machines roar endlessly as thousands upon thousands of sheets are produced with absolute precision. Every detail is checked carefully, every line perfectly aligned. At first glance, it feels like a place of routine work, almost mundane. But within moments, the truth reveals itself. This is no ordinary press. This is the Sachsenhausen concentration camp, and these are not simple flyers being printed. They're British banknotes, perfect counterfeits, being produced by prisoners who have already been sentenced to death. Hours later, briefcases filled with these flawless notes are carried out under heavy watch. They join hundreds of others, all loaded onto a train bound for Britain. The mission is chillingly clear: to flood the economy with fake currency and destabilize it from within, giving Germany a decisive advantage in World War II. From there, the story cuts sharply to the industrial heart of Birmingham. Inside an armaments factory, we meet Agnes, a young woman who arrives early each morning, dedicating herself to assembling ammunition for soldiers at the front. Her work is exhausting, repetitive, but filled with quiet purpose. She is doing her part. On this particular morning, something feels different. Her coworkers gather around her with smiles, revealing a small birthday surprise. For a brief moment in the middle of war, there is warmth, laughter, humanity. Agnes leans forward to blow out the candles, and in an instant, everything is gone. A bomb tears through the factory, reducing it to rubble. Fire, smoke, silence. Lives erased in seconds. From this devastation, we transition to stillness. Far from the chaos, in the quiet countryside, lives Thomas Shelby, a man once feared, once powerful, now living in isolation. Tommy spends his days alone, trying to bury his past beneath routine and distance. But peace does not come easily to a man like him. His mind is restless, haunted by memories, especially of his late daughter, whose presence seems to linger in the garden like a ghost. He pours his thoughts into a book, perhaps his final attempt to understand the life he has lived. But the past refuses to stay buried. One morning, Johnny arrives with troubling news. Birmingham has been bombed, and worse, trouble is rising again. A group of Romany travelers has set up camp on Tommy's land, and among them is a woman who seems to know more about him than she should. Soon after, Tommy's sister, Ada Shelby, arrives. She doesn't come for comfort, she comes with urgency. She tells him the truth. His son, Duke, is running the Peaky Blinders, and he's doing it recklessly. Violence, greed, chaos, it's like the past repeating itself. Ada pleads with Tommy to return. The family is falling apart, and the city needs him again. But Tommy hesitates. He admits something deeply unsettling. He's seeing things, visions. Ever since Arthur died, it feels like something inside him has broken open, and he can't close it. Back in Birmingham, those fears are proven right. Duke has fully embraced the criminal world. He seizes weapons, beats anyone who stands in his way, and makes dangerous deals without hesitation. When a man from London offers him a chance to distribute counterfeit money, Duke agrees without concern for consequences. Profit is all that matters. Meanwhile, Ada tries to stop him. She gathers evidence, determined to expose the operation and protect what remains of the family. But she never gets the chance. She is gunned down in cold blood before she can reach the authorities. Miles away, at that exact moment, Tommy feels it. Something inside him breaks. He sees her, standing in the road like a ghost, and that is when he knows. Ada is gone. Without hesitation, Tommy returns to Birmingham. When he steps into the Garrison pub, it's clear everything has changed. The place is a shadow of what it once was. But Tommy wastes no time reminding everyone who he is. In a chilling display of power, he silences the room, reclaims control, and demands one thing. Where is Duke? When father and son finally meet, the confrontation is raw and violent. But beneath the anger, the truth comes out. Duke didn't kill Ada, but his actions led to her death. Now Tommy knows exactly who is responsible and what must be done. What follows is preparation for war. Tommy gathers his allies, sets a plan in motion, and targets the source, the operation in Liverpool where the counterfeit money is being stored. The final act unfolds at the docks. Under the cover of darkness, Tommy and his men launch a coordinated assault. Explosions tear through the pier, chaos erupts, and the enemy is caught completely off guard. Amid the destruction, Tommy reaches the heart of the operation. He plants explosives directly within the massive stockpile of counterfeit cash. Moments later, it all goes up in flames. Millions gone in seconds. The operation is destroyed, but the battle isn't over. Tommy comes face to face with the man behind Ada's murder. Shots are fired. Tommy is hit badly, but he doesn't fall. With one final act of strength, he fires back and kills him. The threat is over, but so is Tommy. As he collapses, his son rushes to him. In his final moments, Tommy speaks not as a leader, but as a father. He tells Duke that it's time. The burden, the legacy, it all passes to him now. Duke hesitates, overwhelmed by the weight of it all. But the moment cannot be avoided. A single gunshot echoes. And just like that, Thomas Shelby is gone. The man who built everything, the man who destroyed everything, finally at peace. In the end, his body is carried away in a traditional Romany ceremony. His final wishes, written in his book, are fulfilled one by one. His story closes not with power, but with release. And as the flames rise, his son steps forward, no longer just Duke, but the man who must now carry the legacy forward.